A lot of times it varies. I mean, what we do to it varies on, stage of the fruit, obviously, because everything as it grows, as the trees progress along in stages, the amount of the cold temperature they can withstand without causing any damage changes. So right now what we're sitting at is, a stage that we call like tight cluster or pink, just as the flowers start to appear, and we have a chart that tells us, what percentage of loss we'll take. Like 10% loss is 27, 28 degrees at the current growth stage in our buds. And tonight I don't know what I'm going to do yet, if anything, just due to the fact of the potential winds and the clouds staying in. But what we have done in the past is actually burn hay bales around our orchard. It helps get smoke to kind of lay in and insulate from that cold air coming down from up above. This is actually something we did on Friday night too, because we actually recorded 24 degrees on Friday night. I would like to believe, just looking at temperatures and the current forecast for the night, that tomorrow night's gonna have minimal effect on our buds and any flower death or bud death we would see. I have a feeling it's going to be fairly minimal. And it's hard to tell because when it happens, I tell you the truth, I wouldn't know for 3, 4 days, 5 days when I go out and check buds if anything happened or not. So I would believe it's minimal though. I mean, last night they were calling for 27 too up on my hill where the farm sits. And I only got 30 last night. Not really. When people ask what you do, it's a pretty complicated question because there's a lot of variables that go into even being able to do anything. Because, when you're trying to do this thing with smoke, it's complicated to, you got to play the wind the whole time. So,
yeah, and I imagine you have several is probably massively understating, acres of trees that you need to take care of.
Yeah, I got about 15 acres of trees. It's about 12,000 trees that we got to try and protect, plus some miscellaneous peaches and plums and stuff. And it gets real complicated because, you look at the forecast and it tells you the wind's out of this, this direction or, west-northwest like it has been a lot lately. And you lay out to cover that, and all of a sudden at midnight when the clouds clear out and the temperature starts to tank, the wind changes direction.
Yeah. And
that's what we ran into Friday night is the wind stopped for a little bit, and then the snow squall came through about 1:30 in the morning. And, it changes what happens out there a lot, and it almost becomes, that wind changes direction. You can't get the smoke where you want it, and it almost becomes a losing battle. So it's a very complicated thing. It's one of those things that I sit around every night, every day, and weigh, what am I going to do? What's it worth doing? So, but we try our best.